Alright, what's up everybody? This is Omar. I'm coming back to you for another video. Just to let you guys know, man, I'm gonna be making videos pretty consistently, man. I done wrote down maybe a good 6 topics that I want to cover, and due to this recent pandemic situation, I just been trying to just get my creative juices flowing, man, to just keep bringing that fire content to you. So what I want to talk about is some of the takeaways that I came with from this whole coronavirus epidemic. You know, I just want to share some things that I can take away as far as some things that I've seen and observed about what's going on around the community and pretty much all over the world for that matter. Now, one of the takeaways that I can share with you guys is that this whole government shutdown thing kind of lets you know, like, we don't have as much control over certain things as we think we do. As a matter of fact, to put it in better words, don't stress out over things that you can't control. That's what I meant to say, by the way. Do not stress out. Do not worry about things that you can't control. This whole virus epidemic that's going on, couldn't nobody control that. Couldn't nobody control how it got out of hand, out of whack to the standpoint of how we've come down to this whole government shutdown where people were losing their jobs. I know people didn't see that coming. Different businesses will be closing. Restaurants, shopping malls, even some of the parks and stuff. A lot of the events that be going on are getting canceled. You know, so it's a lot of things that's like beyond our control. So the main thing is to not worry about what you can't control. Focus on the things that you can control. You can control your behavior. You can control your effort into getting into different hobbies, you know, being more creative as far as how to spend your time. You can control the way, your attitude, how you respond to this crisis situation. You can either choose to let it worry you, or you can continue to, even though you're taking the correct steps on as far as taking the proper precautions and being safe, that you can control how you're going to respond to this. So that's one of the takeaways that I came up with as far as not being too stressed out and not worried about things that are beyond your control. Another thing that I've seen was that people losing faith, man. People losing faith. It kind of goes hand in hand with that whole control thing. When things are going wrong and it's beyond my control, then that's when people tend to freak out and start running around like chicken with their heads cut off. Have you noticed that the people who don't really have like a spiritual mindset, you know, people that don't really have faith in God, don't you see the difference between how they respond to this compared to, you know, somebody that may be more in touch with their spiritual side, somebody who may have faith in God? Y'all see the difference of how those people operate? You got people that's, like I said, just panicking, spazzing, losing their mind. They're going into the grocery stores, buying up all the toilet tissue, buying up all the food. They don't have no regard for the elderly or anybody that will be more in need of those items. Then they're panicking out of control and they want you to panic with them. Now, the people like myself, as well as others that do have faith in God and are not, and don't worry about things they can't control, yes, we are being smart. We are taking the proper precautions as far as washing our hands, as far as, keeping the social distancing things in order, putting on the hand sanitizer, just proper hygiene, things like that. But we're not walking around here scared and panicked and fearful about what's going on. So that just shows you the difference between those two people, those who have faith in God and those who don't. Now, the main takeaway I got from this was that everything happens for a reason. As much as people want to place the blame and point the finger at, it was the Chinese people, or it was this group of people, that group of people that started the whole thing. The president is not handling it the way he should. People may think that as well. Anybody, have the thought ever occurred to you that maybe God is trying to get our attention? Has that ever occurred to anybody? That maybe God is trying to get our attention? This virus, this epidemic, we've already put so many other things ahead of him, whether it be sports, whether it be our jobs, our families, and it's one of those things where if he takes the sports away, the NBA and all that stuff, okay, now what are you going to do? Those people that you take for granted, that you think you're going to see all the time, the fact that you're not able to spend as much time with them, you're going to better cherish those relationships. You're not going to take people for granted anymore. That good job that you have, or even if it was not a high-paying job, but it was a job that you actually enjoy going to every day, the fact that the job was suddenly taken away from you makes you want to appreciate having a job, having employment that much more. So maybe God is trying to get our attention that, you know what? Maybe we got our priorities mixed up. Maybe we need to put things in a proper perspective. Maybe we need to stop taking certain things for granted.